Hi guys, how's it going? My name is Zach Karaka, and today I'll be showing you my article and my alternative articles. My article I chose was Why Stories, Why Now. I'm going to show you guys here. It's got some pictures in it and stuff. It's actually pretty cool. It's a good read. It looks kind of simple, but there's actually a deeper meaning behind it. I'm just gonna flick through it real quick so you guys can kind of see it. I know it's kind of quick, but and then at the top there's a bunch of different authors that give their perspective on storytelling. It's pretty interesting actually. And then my two alternative articles are How Storytelling Has Changed in the Digital Age by Lance Weiler. This was written in 2015, so a little bit ago, but here it is. I'll attach it in as well if you guys want to read it. And then my second one was How Storytelling Has Changed in Different Cultures and Traditions by National Geographic. This one actually just came out this year. So it's actually pretty new and gives us some good insight on storytelling and how it's changed in past cultures. I'll also attach that one in there, just in case you guys want to read it. So, of the article that I chose, just a short summary of it basically is storytelling is really just about, it's really just a thing of power. It takes a dive into our society today, and it talks about before technology, we used to tell stories face to face, laugh, cry, and share all these great moments together. But in the new world of technology and social media and all that stuff, it's really taken over in different ways. There isn't a lot of newspaper reading or face-to-face storytelling anymore, and it's kind of sad, but it's just the fact of the matter that times have changed. And one interesting quote that I found from my article was, it says that digital media makes room for more voices telling the multifaceted stories of our moment in history. That's kind of interesting because the only good thing about the media is that there's a multitude of stories that can come out, but the stories can also get changed, which can be a bad thing and can lead to people taking other people's stories and stuff like that. And the media is great in getting the story out in the sense of it can reach so many people in such a short amount of time, but the problem can lie there as well, of the story being changed and you can not get credit for your story and stuff like that. So after I read this article, I was kind of like, wow, like it really made me kind of think about like who do I share stories with really, and how I should do this more, because it's just interesting how it's gone away just because of media and stuff like that. I think it should kind of remind us to share moments with each other. It's just a cool thing, honestly. Interesting to think about. So, and then my first article, How Storytelling Has Changed in the Digital Age. Internet obviously changed the way stories are told, as I've said. Stories have changed, and they're just a lot different because we have social media. And an example by the author Lance Wheeler was YouTube. He said that people watch videos about anything that gives them a story. This was not a thing of the past. Obviously, it's new. YouTube's fairly new. People rely on really media outlets and stories like that instead of face-to-face interactions, that I can also vouch for that as well. Like if I want to see the news, I can go on ESPN, see the sports news, or go on NBC.com and read it instead of finding out face-to-face with other people who know the news, you know what I'm saying? And then the second article that I chose was the storytelling and cultural traditions. This one kind of really got me good, because over the decades, it said in the story that, like, for example, that Jewish, African, and Native American tribes and stuff like that, the stories have gotten changed throughout the decades, of different cultures of the people that have came through. And the National Geographic noticed that this changed by researching and of past generations of the culture, which is very interesting. Which is interesting how the cultures can change a story like that. I never really thought about that, and it's kind of cool to know that like anything can change, but at the other hand, it's just tough to say. And then just to leave it off, I have two questions for you guys here. Let's see, I'll pull them up. And one of them was, what's your favorite memory of storytelling that you have, maybe with family, friends, anything like that, in college, anything like that? And then my second one was, can you think of an example you've seen in the media or news where the story gets construed into something it's not? So think of like Instagram, Twitter, ESPN. You see with Tom, like an example of now is Tom Brady and his wife, Giselle. They just got divorced, and now it's all over the media. There's a ton of different stories and stuff like that. Just think about that and answer those. And thank you guys for listening today. I appreciate it. Have a nice day.